Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here back with a brand new video, and in this one I wanted to let you guys know about a brand new game which has just been released on console. Now this is actually completely free to play and it is a game called Rumbleverse. It's something I've been having quite a bit of fun with over the last few days and it is made by Epic Games. So I thought I'd upload a video about it, show you guys what it is. Because I think it is a game that you guys will actually have quite a bit of fun on and it's something that you can actually play with your friends even on cross platforms. So here we go, guys. We're going to load it up right away. Now, today we're playing on the PlayStation 5, and it is free to play. But I do believe you can download it on the Xbox and the PC as well if you guys want to try it out. And like I said, it does have cross-platform, and you can play duos with your friends and also go into Playground already, which is pretty insane because the game's only been out for about a week. Now, Battle Pass will be coming soon, and there is an item shop as of right now. But the coolest thing about this game is the fact that you can actually create your own character. So you'll be able to go in and customize the way that your character looks. You can change the body shape. You can change a lot of different things like the hair, and you can even change the outfits. Now, as of right now, there's not too many different items, or like right when you start, there's not going to be too many different items. You're not going to be running around looking all that great when you start out. But as you level up and as you progress, and if you end up getting the battle pass here later on, you will be getting more and more cosmetics, and it actually pretty much has infinite options. Once you get more and more of these items collected, there's going to be an insane amount of different customization options that you can have, and then it will always be growing. And then there's even stuff from the item shop which you can add in if you'd like to. So the best thing about this game is definitely the customizations. Now, another thing that makes this game different about other battle royales, which is why I think you guys might actually want to try it, is the fact that it does not actually have any guns in it. It's all hand-to-hand combat, and so you're going to be trying to place combos on people. And there's also a bunch of other special features that I'll let you guys know about as we go through the gameplay. But there's a lot of different things in this game that are really, really cool. And if you guys have played other fighting games in the past, like if you've played WWE or maybe even like Mortal Kombat or some of the other fighting games, I think you'll actually really enjoy playing this as well because it's pretty similar to how those fights will go down. And the fact that the map is so big and that you don't have to stay in like a really small, confined or like even 2D area, like in some of the other fighting games, they'll be completely 2D. This one will allow you to run around and actually have quite a bit of mobility as well. The way that the movement works is pretty insane, and it allows you to have quite a bit of fun while playing the game. So when you first start out, you're actually going to start in this cannon, and it will allow you to shoot yourself wherever you like on the map. Now, you can actually play duos with a friend if you want to actually have even more fun. I haven't really had too much time to play duos or anything, but the fact that you can is pretty cool. And I'm hoping that they add some more game modes here in the future. But the best things about this game, I'll definitely be sure to point out to you guys, and I'll show you guys exactly sort of how to play the game before you guys download it and try it out for yourselves. So as you can see, the mobility is pretty insane. Like I was saying, you're able to climb up walls and you're able to jump extremely far and move really, really fast. On top of that, there's lots of different objects located around the map where you will be able to bounce off of. So I really, really do like the combat in this game, and you're able to block and do different special attacks as you go along. On top of that, you'll actually be able to learn different combos, which will allow you to pretty much outplay other opponents and just have some really insane fights, especially because you can use the buildings to your advantage. Now, another thing about this game that is pretty crazy is these potions that you're going to be seeing me pick up. These potions actually don't give you health, but instead, they're going to give you different attributes. So each and every game that you play, you're going to be able to create whatever sort of build that you want. So if you want your attacks to do more damage, you can actually drink a certain amount of potions to make your attacking power higher than your running power. So like I said, guys, these combos do get really, really insane. You can jump off of buildings and actually take no fall damage. Now, the higher you jump off of somebody, you can actually do like a shoulder dive. And the higher up you are, the more damage it's going to do. So it's actually pretty insane how much damage you can get out of. I've actually ended up one-hitting somebody by dropping them off one of these buildings at one point, which was pretty insane. But back to how the potions work, guys. Those potions are going to allow you to actually increase your full health, increase your stamina, and increase your attacking power. So it's actually really, really important because it's going to determine how you want to play. So if you want to, have a tank with a lot of health on it, you can actually go ahead and have that if you want to, because you can just stack up on those potions. So the yellow potions are going to give you stamina, the green ones will give you extra health, and then the red ones will give you extra attacking power, which will allow you to actually do quite a bit of damage once you get higher and higher. Now there is a maximum amount, so each and every one of those squares will count towards your maximum, and once you have filled that bar up, you won't be able to add any. So you want to make sure that you have a few health potions in you before you max out that bar, or your character is going to be really, really weak and potentially even be able to get one hit by certain attacks. So just keep that in mind. Now there's a few other things that I definitely want to show you guys about this game before you guys play, because it will help quite a bit. So if you ever see one of the books on the ground, those books are actually going to basically be new attacks that you can learn. So the next time I pick one up, I'll definitely show you guys what I mean. But basically those books will be assigned to your R1 and L1 buttons, and those will become brand new attacks that you can do. Now each book will have a different spell in it, or a different like attack that you can learn, and each and every attack is going to do something different, and you can kind of mix and match them together to figure out which ones work best for you. And you can actually swap them out as you go along throughout the game. You can swap them out at any point in time and actually pick up new attacks to learn, and then use them for your gameplay. So certain things that you can learn in the books will actually be like a movement ability. So there's a certain movement ability right now that will actually let you boost like a rocket, and it actually bounce up into the air. So it takes the climbing out of the game. So if you really want to have extra mobility, you can actually pick up that rocket ability, and it will allow you to sort of launch into the air and get more mobility than other players. Now on top of that, you have an inventory on the left of the screen that you can sort of start stacking food in. So here's the spells that you can learn. I already had one that was better, so I ended up just dropping it, but those books will allow you to learn new attacks as you go along, and it just depends which ones you want, what ones you want to read and go ahead and apply to your character as you go along. But the healing process in this game is pretty similar to other battle royales. You're just going to pick up this chicken and eat it to get health. Now there is another way that you can heal, and there's also these hidden perks that you guys can get as you continue to play through. So every kill that you get, it's actually going to give you a special perk depending on what happens in the fight. So if you end up doing lots and lots of damage, or the more kills that you end up getting, the more perks that you're going to get. And there actually is a special perk that you can get which will allow you to heal yourself while just standing still, and it's definitely the best perk in the game in my opinion right now. But it does take getting kills in order to actually get these perks. So the more damage you do, the more kills you get, the more powerful your character will become, because of some of those perks that you get as well on top of the potions that you're drinking. So by the end of the game, you can be extremely powerful and actually do some insane combos and pull off some pretty crazy stuff. So this is actually a gameplay of me winning the match, so I'll be able to explain a lot of how the game works for you guys, so that when you start playing, you'll be able to have a lot of fun. So these weapons on the ground are actually decent, but they're not better than the spells that you're going to learn. The only thing about the weapons that is good is that you'll actually get priority in a fight. So if you swing on somebody with a weapon and they try to attack you, your weapon attack will go through more. So it'll go through and their attack won't. But as you can see there, right as I fought that guy, right as I knocked him out, it popped up on my screen saying meditative. And what that perk will do is, if you look at the bottom right corner of my screen, you'll actually see an icon for it above my stats of a guy meditating, and that it will allow me to actually heal myself while standing still. If it wasn't for that perk, I probably wouldn't have won this match. And like I said, guys, it's definitely the best perk in the game right now, in my opinion, because you do not have to go out and try to find these chicken wings in order to heal yourself. You'll be able to heal yourself actually by sitting still, which is actually a really, really easy way to heal, but it's something you won't have every single game though, because like I said, it's one of those random perks that you're going to get as you get more and more damage output and more kills in the lobby. Your perks will begin to become applied to your character at random. Now there's only 40 people in the lobby, so the games go pretty quick. They're about 10 to 15 minutes long, and the final circle is usually where most of the crazy stuff goes down. There's some times where the final circle can be pretty annoying when it's in certain areas, but in other times when it's in better areas, the final circle can be extremely, extremely fun. And it's actually, I think, why I've been enjoying this game so much, because once you get into the top 5, it actually allows you to have quite a bit of fun and do some pretty crazy combos. So I think right now we have like 3 or 4 elims, and there's only like 7 or 8 people left. But I'll be able to show you guys what it's like in the final circle of the lobby, and show you guys some of these crazy attacks that you can get off, and also show you guys that healing ability. So we've actually managed to take quite a bit of people out, and we ended up swapping out our spell there to go to the Cosmo Kick because it's actually a better combo. So as I pick up more and more of these books, I've actually learned what these attacks do because I've been playing for a little while. So I know which attacks do what and which ones are better right now, at least for my playstyle. So I end up swapping out the ones that I think are going to be more effective in this zone. So if the zone was somewhere else, I might try to use a different perk because of wherever the zone was. But based on where this zone was and how it was going to, the final circle was going to be on top of a bunch of buildings, I wanted to have some attacks that I knew would be able to launch people or actually be able to throw them off the top of the building, and that's what those attacks actually allow me to do. So it's really up to you to decide what attacks you want to pick up and apply to your character as you go along, and that's why each and every time you load into a match, it's going to actually be different and more fun as you play because you'll never know what you're going to get. Now, the only other thing that you have to keep track of is your health bar at the bottom of the screen. So those chicken wings will do a pretty decent amount of health, but you just get so much more by using that meditative perk that I'm really surprised that it's actually as good as it is. And as you can see there, guys, like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, if you launch somebody off the top of a building and then jump down and actually body slam on them, you'll do an insane amount of damage, which is what I was able to do there to knock that guy out. And it was actually pretty insane, and the combos that you guys can throw together, especially when you incorporate the height and some of the other objects on the map, is actually what makes this game as good as it is. So here's an example of me using that healing perk. It actually allows you to regenerate your health. So as I'm standing still, you can't really see the animation because I'm hiding here in this bush so that I don't get attacked. But you'll start to see green start to sort of charge up above my character, and slowly but surely my health will go up to max. So if you can get this meditative perk and then take a few of those health potions, you can actually go up to like 1400 health. So if you're getting into a fight with somebody else that only has like 500 or 400 and you're already sitting at like 1200 because you have this perk, it can make the fight a lot easier and just give you such a crazy advantage. And it's always good to go into these fights with confidence so that you can knock out some of these combos and do some of these crazy moves. Another part about the game that's pretty sick is the stealth ability. So you're actually able to sort of sneak up on people and do some pretty crazy combos if you can manage to get up from behind. And another thing is that you can try to choose how you want to play. If you want to be aggressive, you can be, but due to the fact that you can actually block most attacks, you can also play a more defensive game as well. Now, my playstyle is more of like an aerial playstyle, so I like to try to get onto the tops of the buildings and sort of get some combos going from up there so that you can throw them off the top, make them take extra damage, and then finish them off by trying to get the body slam off. But because there's so many people in this very small area, I don't want to get into too many fights unless I'm at maximum health, because if a few of them end up hitting their combos on me or doing their super attack on me, I will end up dying, and I really wanted to go for a win here on this match, which is why I start playing a little bit more reserved towards the end and not as aggressive. But it just depends where the final circle is at the end of the game, how it is that you really want to play. Now, these guys are out in the edge of the circle, and you might have seen a timer above their head. That's something you guys probably want to know about, because the storm circle in this game is not the same as other games, because it'll actually allow you to have about 9 seconds out in the storm, and you won't take any damage, but if you're still in there, once the timer hits 0, you'll be completely dead. It will just kill you on spot. So you can actually utilize the areas that are outside the storm to try to, sneak up on people or do some combos without having to worry about taking your health down. But as of right now, there's only 2 people left, and I was trying to sort of finish the second one off while they were still fighting so that I could get in a 1v1 with the final guy. And as I joined in on this fight, the third player ended up trying to hide on top of the building to try to basically get the jump on me, but I knew he was up there hiding because I knew he had run away. So I ended up taking out that guy. Now it's just a 1v1 with me and this other guy who ran away, And I'm trying to basically go up there and use the special attack that will allow me to throw him off the building. But I figured why not just heal up really quickly? He doesn't even know where I am. I might as well get max health real quick and then head up there and just have an even more of an advantage on him. So it's just a 1v1 now. And in my opinion, the 1v1s are the most fun because you're able to not have to worry about somebody else coming up on you. Now the circle ends up closing up. He doesn't even really know where I'm at. And the reason why I was able to win this game so easily, at least in the 1v1, was because of this crane kick attack, which I used to completely throw him off the map. Now, because he only had 9 to 10 seconds to get back in, he didn't really have any way to get back up here. Now, he did kind of almost make it up, and if he had some other of those movement abilities that I was talking about earlier, he definitely would have been able to get back in the circle, but because he came into the final fight without it, he was not able to make it back in. So I really hope that you guys do enjoy this gameplay. If you did, drop a like down below. Let me know if you guys are going to download Rumbleverse, and be sure to send me a friend request if you guys want, because I think I'm going to be playing this game a little bit more and more over the next few days. See if I can stack up a few wins, and then once the battle pass drops, I'll probably see how good it is and continue playing from there. But if you guys do end up playing, definitely let me know. Drop a comment down below or send me a friend request so we can run some duos. And I will probably upload a few more gameplays of this in the future, or some tips and tricks to show you guys how to get better. So if you want to see that, let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.